Look at the Great Wall of China. It's a big part of a culture that has changed our world in many ways we don't always see. This huge wall, over 13,000 miles long, shows just how smart and tough the Chinese people are. The wall tells stories of old times, famous leaders, and big changes that have lasted through the ages. From the Xia dynasty, to the golden times of the Tang dynasty, to the big technology changes of the Song dynasty, China's history is like a big, complicated picture made of culture, ideas, and art. Its impact reaches far and wide, touching every place in our world. But a lot about this old culture is still hidden and waiting to be discovered. So let's get started on a trip back in time, covering thousands of years, and uncover the greatness and mystery of old Chinese culture. Come with us as we dig into the rich story of China's long ago past. Our journey begins in a time where history and myth intertwine, the Xia dynasty. This period, shrouded in mystery, is said to have been ruled by the legendary Yu the Great, a man renowned for his innovative flood control methods. Yet the line between fact and legend blurs in the Xia dynasty, as it is often considered more a part of Chinese mythology than concrete history. Then comes the Shang dynasty, the earliest dynasty of recorded history. Here, we find a civilization brimming with creativity and innovation. Archaeological discoveries reveal intricate bronze vessels and oracle bones, which provide a fascinating glimpse into the birth of Chinese writing and the roots of its spiritual beliefs. These artifacts are not just pieces of ancient art, they are also the earliest chapters of a compelling narrative that weaves through centuries. From the Shang, we move on to the Zhou dynasty, the longest-lasting dynasty in Chinese history. This era introduces a concept that would shape China for millennia, the mandate of heaven. This divine approval was believed to grant the ruling emperor the right to rule, a concept that significantly influenced the political landscape of ancient China. The mandate of heaven was not a free pass, however. It required the ruler to govern justly and wisely, or risk losing this divine endorsement. These early dynasties, the Xia, Shang, and Zhou, were the stepping stones that led to a unified China. They laid the groundwork for cultural, technological, and philosophical advancements that would continue to echo through the ages. It's a journey that begins in the realm of myth and legend, progresses to the realm of recorded history, and continues to shape the world we know today. These early dynasties laid the foundation for a unified China. From the ashes of disunity, a powerful empire arose, the Qin dynasty. It was a time of great transformation, a period that marked the beginning of a unified China under the rule of a single powerful emperor. This was no ordinary ruler, but Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of the Qin dynasty, a man of vision, ambition, and determination. Under his leadership, the fragmented states that once existed in the region were brought together, creating a unified nation. This was not an easy task. It required a strong hand and an even stronger will. But Qin Shi Huang was a man of action, and he was relentless in his pursuit of unification. Once the unification was complete, Qin Shi Huang turned his attention to standardization. He understood that in order to maintain unity, there needed to be consistency and uniformity across the empire. This led to the standardization of scripts, weights, and measures, a move that would have far-reaching implications. Scripts were standardized to ensure that everyone in the empire could communicate effectively. This was a significant step towards creating a cohesive society. Weights and measures were also standardized, creating a uniform system that facilitated trade and commerce. This not only boosted the economy, but also helped in the administration of the empire. But the achievements of the Qin dynasty were not limited to unification and standardization. Qin Shi Huang also commissioned the construction of the Terracotta Army, a collection of terracotta sculptures depicting the armies of Qin Shi Huang. This monumental project reflected the emperor's desire for immortality and his dedication to protecting the empire, even in death. The Qin dynasty was short-lived, lasting only around 15 years. Yet, its impact was profound. It set the foundation for the future dynasties to come and shaped the course of Chinese history. The legacy of the Qin dynasty continues to resonate in the modern era, a testament to the enduring power of a unified vision and strong leadership. The Han Dynasty, a period of cultural and economic flourishing, opened China to the world. This era, spanning 4 centuries, was a time when China truly began to embrace its role as a global player. The Han Dynasty saw prosperity and growth, But perhaps its most lasting contribution was the development of the Silk Road, a network of trade routes that would redefine the world as we know it. Imagine the bustling markets of ancient China. A myriad of goods from far-flung corners of the world, from spices and precious stones to exotic animals and textiles, were all exchanged here. But it was one particular product that gave the Silk Road its name, and that was, of course, silk. This luxurious material, produced only in China, was highly sought after by the rest of the world. The allure of silk spurred commerce, and with it, the Silk Road was born. But the Silk Road was not just a highway for trade, it was also a pathway for ideas, knowledge, and culture. As traders traveled across continents, they brought with them more than just tangible goods. They carried with them their beliefs, their customs, and their stories. One of the most significant cultural exchanges during the Han Dynasty was the introduction of Buddhism into China. Originating in India, Buddhism made its way into China via the Silk Road. Buddhist monks, traveling alongside traders, brought with them scriptures and religious artifacts. The teachings of Buddha resonated with the Chinese people, and Buddhism quickly took root, deeply influencing Chinese philosophy, art, and culture. It's fascinating to think about how these exchanges, facilitated by the Silk Road, shaped the world. The Silk Road served as a bridge, connecting East and West. The flow of goods, ideas, and culture between these two worlds led to a period of remarkable growth and progress. The Han Dynasty, through the Silk Road, truly opened China to the world. It was a time of great exchange and interaction. But more than that, it was a time when the world became a little smaller, a little more connected. The Silk Road was not just a route for trade, it was a route for understanding, a route for connection, a route for shared human experience. The Silk Road not only facilitated trade, but also cultural exchange, shaping China and the world. The echoes of these exchanges can still be seen today, in the shared cultural heritage that binds us all. The Silk Road, a testament to the Han Dynasty's vision and innovation, reminds us of our interconnectedness, our shared history, and our shared future. A tale of heroism, strategy, and betrayal unfolded during the period of the Three Kingdoms. This era of ancient Chinese history, spanning from 220 to 280 AD, was marked by the dissolution of the Han Dynasty and the rise of three rival states, Wei, Shu, and Wu. As the old order crumbled, these three kingdoms waged a fierce battle for dominance, engulfing the nation in a storm of warfare and political intrigue. The story of the Three Kingdoms is one that is as much about individual heroism as it is about grand strategy. It's a narrative filled with legendary figures like Liu Bei, the virtuous ruler of Shu, Cao Cao, the cunning warlord of Wei, and Sun Quan, the ambitious king of Wu. These figures, with their unique strengths and flaws, engaged in a complex dance of alliance and conflict, each vying for control over the Middle Kingdom. But the period of the Three Kingdoms was not just a time of war and political upheaval. It was also an era of profound cultural advancement and expression. Traditional Chinese operas, for instance, often draw upon tales from this period, weaving narratives of courage, loyalty, and deceit. These operas serve as a testament to the enduring cultural impact of this era. Despite the chaos, the period of the Three Kingdoms saw significant developments in military technology and strategy. Innovations such as the repeating crossbow and the use of psychological warfare were born out of the necessities of this turbulent era. These advancements would later shape the course of warfare, not just in China, but across the world. The period of disunity was a time of chaos, but also of cultural richness. The Three Kingdoms era, with its epic tales of heroism and treachery, continues to captivate the imagination, reminding us of the human capacity for courage, cunning, and resilience in the face of adversity. A golden age dawned with the Sui and Tang dynasties, where arts and technology flourished. As the Sui dynasty reunited China after centuries of disunity, it laid the groundwork for the blossoming of the Tang dynasty, a period renowned for its cultural, technological, and scientific advancements. The Sui dynasty, though short-lived, was instrumental in setting the stage for the Tang. It re-established centralized government, rebuilt the Great Wall, and initiated the massive engineering feat of the Grand Canal, linking the Yellow and Yangtze rivers. This canal would prove vital for communication and trade, fostering economic growth and cultural exchange. The Tang dynasty, spanning nearly 300 years, is often considered the high point of ancient Chinese civilization. The Tang court, teeming with scholars, poets, and artisans, was a vibrant cultural hub. Poetry, in particular, reached new heights, with luminaries like Li Bai and Du Fu penning verses that still resonate today. This was also a period of religious fusion, with Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism all thriving and influencing the art and philosophy of the time. Technological advancements and scientific discovery were another hallmark of the Tang era. Woodblock printing, a revolutionary invention, made books widely available, promoting literacy and learning. In the realm of medicine, the Tang saw the compilation of the Tang Materia Medica, the world's first state-sponsored pharmacopoeia, while in astronomy, Tang scientists accurately calculated the length of the solar year. The Tang dynasty, with its openness to foreign cultures, its flourishing arts, and its technological innovations, truly embodied a golden age. It was a beacon of progress and cultural refinement, a period when China led the world in art, culture, and science. The Golden Age was a beacon of progress and cultural refinement. As we delve into the following periods, we'll see how this Golden Age set the course for Chinese civilization's enduring legacy. The Song dynasty, a period of technological revolution, profoundly influenced the world. This era, spanning from the 10th to the 13th centuries, was a time of remarkable progress. It was a period that saw the invention and refinement of tools and techniques that would change the course of history. Imagine a world without gunpowder. This explosive compound, first concocted by Chinese alchemists, transformed warfare and laid the groundwork for modern artillery. Or consider the compass, a simple device that revolutionized navigation, enabling explorers to venture further and discover new lands. Then, there's the movable type printing. This innovation democratized knowledge, making books more accessible and affordable. It fueled the spread of literacy, ideas, and ultimately, catalyzed social and cultural transformations. All these groundbreaking inventions originated from the ingenious minds of the Song dynasty. The Song dynasty's innovations continue to impact our lives today. The legacy of ancient China endures, its influence permeating modern civilization. Just as the Great Wall weaves its way across the rugged terrain, the threads of China's ancient past wind their way through the fabric of the present, creating a tapestry rich in history and culture. From the Xia, Shang, and Zhou dynasties, we witnessed the transition from myth to historical reality, the birth of written language and religion, and the conceptualization of the mandate of heaven. This era set the stage for a civilization that would continue to innovate and evolve. The Qin dynasty marked the birth of an empire, unifying China under a single banner for the first time. It was a period of standardization, from scripts to weights and measures, laying the groundwork for the nation we know today. The Han dynasty opened a Silk Road to the world, initiating cultural exchanges that would shape the course of history. It was a time when Buddhism found its way to China, enriching its spiritual landscape. The Three Kingdoms period, a time of romance and turmoil, gave us stories and cultural expressions that continue to captivate us to this day. And following it, the Sui and Tang dynasties ushered in a golden age of technology, medicine, and the arts, setting a high bar for the civilizations that followed. The Song dynasty brought a technological revolution, introducing innovations like gunpowder, the compass, and movable type printing that would change the world. The legacy of ancient China is not just in its past, but in its enduring influence. It's in the principles of harmony and balance that guide Chinese philosophy, in the pursuit of innovation that drives its technological advancements, in the resilience that has seen it through periods of turmoil and change. From the Great Wall to the bustling metropolises, China's ancient roots continue to shape its vibrant present and future. The dragon of ancient China still roars, its voice echoing through the ages, a testament to a civilization whose influence is as enduring as the Great Wall itself.